All right, our next speaker, he told me to make stuff up about him. So I'm pretty sure he's from Guatemala. He wears women's underwear. No, I don't know. No. Sean Francis from Canada. We have a nice little video to show you, give you a little bit of better idea of who he is and what he does.
Leaner, faster, stronger. Corporal Francis didn't say, I can do it, or you can do it. He said, we can do it.
22, don't stop, 25 to go. Crush that band down. 27 seconds, sit up until the last round. 4 minutes and it's all over. Neck and neck. Come on. Up.
Toughness. Best.
Good job today. Wow. Who thought that was awesome? Was that a cool video? Let's try this. There's a term that we use in our boot camp. It's also used in a lot of militaries around the world. And that term, you caught at the end there, it was hoo-ah. Does anyone know what that stands for, what it represents, means? Anybody in the military might know? Nobody. Okay, 3 letters. No problem. H-U-A, heard, understood, acknowledged. It's a way to ask a question, a way to answer a question, to be affirmative, to acknowledge an understanding of something. So if I was to say, Fitness Business Summit is awesome, I could pose the question and say, hoo-ah, and then you would all loud and proud say, hoo-ah! So we can try that out. Fitness Business Summit is awesome. Hoo-ah? Hoo-ah! Yeah, that video was awesome. Hoo-ah? Hoo-ah! Yeah. Cool. That video was put together by Rob from Fit Pro Video in a matter of about 2 weeks. Now, I'm not any sort of a magic person on cameras and whatnot, but he helped me out on the phone. He helped me out with some new info thing he's putting together there that helps trainers put together really, really cool videos like that. So that video is going to go up on our website, and just think about what it's going to do for potential prospects. People who are thinking about, I want to do an outdoor, really kick-ass boot camp. Where am I going to go? Would that make you join? Maybe. I don't know. We'll talk about the video as we go. So this presentation here is how to take your fitness boot camp from a struggling and unpredictable business to a highly profitable, multiple six-figure generating boot camp the clients can't stop talking about. What's really cool here, and before we get started on that, I'll talk about back when I was a personal trainer, I would train, say, 10 people in a day. So I had a direct influence on 10 people to be able to help change their lives, help them meet and reach their fitness and fat loss goals. I also knew that each one of these clients that I had probably had a child, so there was another person indirectly. They probably had a husband or wife, hopefully if they have a child. And they probably had a best friend, and they probably worked somewhere. So there were 4 other people indirectly I was influencing. So those 10 people I would train now was 50 people that I was directly and indirectly imparting some sort of positive change upon their lives. Would you agree with that? Yeah. Okay. We go down the road now, and I'm running boot camps that say, have 200 people. So I've got 200 people that directly through my programs, whether I train or my trainers train, are helping people lead better lives. Those 200 people, plus their potential child, husband or wife, best friend, and work partner, is 1,000 people. Is that right, math? 200 people times 5 is 1,000. So I've now gone from 50 to 1,000. Pretty cool. The really, really neat thing, and sort of why I'm up here and very humbled to do this and appreciative of this opportunity, is there are 500 people in this room. Now, everybody might not have 200 clients. Maybe you have 100 clients. So that's the number that I was going to use. If we have all 500 of you, on average, some of you have more, some of you have less, but each has 100 clients. What's that quick math? 500 times 100? 50,000, right? 50,000 people. So if I can teach you something today and you can go home and you can impart that upon your clients and help them lead better lives, then potentially what I have to say could affect 50,000 people. But there's more, because remember that child? Because you're going home, your clients are going to go home and be role models for their kids. They're going to go home to their husband or wife because they're using your fitness program and they're getting great results, and that twinkle is back in the eye. So now you're influencing someone else. The best friend, because they leave a more positive life, and as well as the coworker. So we do the quick math, and now we're at 250,000. The potential impact of this presentation and every other presentation this week is so far-reaching, and that's a really cool thing, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through basically the last 2 years of my life and how I went from struggling and unpredictable to what's now a highly profitable, multiple six-figure generating boot camp that our clients rave about. And you saw in the videos there, the fact that I can get people to come outside in the freezing cold and train in the snow, because I am from Canada, is pretty cool. And I want to show you how I do that. So it's presented by me, Sean Francis, as you know. I'm also known as... I'm pushing too many times. Sorry, bud. You saw at the end there. Cool, AKA Corporal Francis. So I've been in the military since I was 17 years old in the Canadian Forces. So where I work in the Canadian Forces, I'm known as Corporal Francis, but also in my boot camps, Fit Core Boot Camp, I'm referred to as Corporal Francis, and my other instructors are referred to by their military rank as well, AKA Dr. Sean Francis. I went to school for 4 years in Toronto at the Canadian Memorial Chiropractic College to study chiropractic and graduated from there. And I'll tell you about that story. AKA Fitness Guru, now it's not just my mom who thinks this, but a local newspaper put this out when I started up my Fit Body Boot Camp. So how cool is that, to go out in the newspaper and to have someone refer to you as a fitness guru? Pretty neat. My story and the things that I'm going to try to impart upon you today, this entire list here and more, what I'm going to try to do is give each and every single one of you one thing that you can go home and you can apply to your business or your life to make you a better person, to make you a better trainer, a better marketer, so on and so forth. If I can give you one thing, then I've accomplished my goal being here today. My supported charity, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Kawartha Lakes. Boys and Girls Clubs is an organization across North America that helps kids. It's there for kids early in the morning. It's there for kids after school. It teaches them leadership. It teaches them life skills. I've been a supporter of this group since I moved to my community, and I continue to support them. So if you deem this to be one of the better, if not the best presentation, then that's who we're going to be supporting with the $2,000 from Bedros. We'll quickly go through the boot camps. In 2008 is when I started boot camps. I was in Toronto going to chiropractic college. I was going to take the summer off from training with the military. I was going to do some fitness stuff. I got caught on to a guy who was starting a new boot camp in Toronto. It was called Soldiers of Fitness. I got involved, and next thing I knew, I was managing 2 locations. I was a manager. I was paid on salary. I was doing a job. It was something that I was doing for like another company, basically. It wasn't really for me. I was out there helping people, and it was great. It was part-time while I was in school. 2010, I graduated chiropractic college, wrote my board exams. There's a 3-month delay, so I had time to kill, basically. I followed my wife up to the city of Lindsay, Ontario, which has 30,000 people. This is cool because most likely a lot of you come from bigger cities. So if I can achieve the success that I've achieved in a small community like Lindsay, I know that you can do it in your cities. I had time to kill. I wanted to do boot camps. I figured, you know what, we'll see if this works. So just a quick background on Lindsay, Ontario. So you know, there it is. You can see Toronto. It's right up in the middle of nowhere. It's in cottage country, they call it. It's 4 kilometers top to bottom, east to west, which is 2.5 miles. So it's a very, very small community. That's the shot right down the main strip. And this came out of the newspaper just before I came up here. It's an honest story. Oh, yeah. Pretty incredible. So that's the town that I've achieved success in Lindsay, Ontario. Everybody catch it? Okay, we got to keep rocking. So my reality is it was a new town. I had no clients. I had no money for marketing because it all went into chiropractic school. I had lots of time on my hands and bills to pay. I turned to Google, and there it is. How do I run a successful boot camp? Because back when I was doing the stuff in Toronto, it was all done for me, and it was sort of set up. So now I had to learn from the scratch how to market, how to build, how to get it going. This popped up. How many people subscribe or on PT Power? This is like the #1 tool. This is where I got started, and I read, and it's free. And this dude here, Bedros, man, puts on this event. Bedros is a really cool guy. Hooah? Hooah! Beautiful. I studied like a ninja. I read this stuff. I read as much stuff as I absolutely could to learn how to run this business. I read whenever I could. I took notes with me, and I learned. So lesson #1 is seek out those who have achieved success, model it, never stop learning. You're here at Fitness Business Summit in a room with 500 incredible people. Network throughout this weekend, network tonight, get to know people, build your business. From the presentations here, but also the stuff that happens out in the hallways, that happens tonight, so on and so forth. Really easy to do. I planned my first move. So I knew that I had to get a website up because I had to get information out there for people who didn't want to call me. I needed a phone number to call me, and I needed to set a date. You've got to set a date, otherwise you're never going to take action. And that date was July 12, 2010. Kijiji, Craigslist, free local news page ads, Facebook fan page. I started to get the word out there about who I was and what I was doing. This was my understanding of marketing as I was starting to learn from PT Power. The local charity thing really kicked it off at the Boys and Girls Club, and I picked this up from PT Power, and basically I walked in and said, I'm going to set up a boot camp. I want to donate money to you in this community because I believe that programs for kids are really great. So everybody who joins my boot camp, I'm going to give back $50 to your community. Is that cool? To your organization, the Boys and Girls Club. And they said, hey, that's really awesome. Thanks so much for doing that. And they put me in touch with this lady, Heather, who is the marketing and membership coordinator. And basically what that means is it's someone who goes out and finds money in the community to help support the organization, the Boys and Girls Club. So she had contacts. I sat down and I talked to her, and we got her involved in the boot camp. And I said, you know what, you should do the boot camp too. She said, sure, I will. I left. I came back the next day. She had an entire list of all the contacts in the city that I needed. So I'm a new guy in a town who knows nobody. Now I have a list of 30 people, from the police chief to the fire chief to the boxing coach to all the community representatives, the church people, the car dealership people that she reaches out to get money from, that now I had a list and I could go to these people. And I can use things like human billboard with, and I can get people to come do my boot camp. Lesson number 2, have a goal, have a plan, take action, take consistent action, or action taken is consistent with the plan, and course correct en route. It doesn't have to be perfect, as Josh was just saying. It just has to start. You have to do something because you're going to hesitate. Consistent with the plan, everybody understands what that means? If your goal is to get up and do boot camp tomorrow morning at 6:30, consistent with that plan would be to go to bed tonight at a decent time, be hydrated, and be ready to go. A non-consistent plan would be to sit up and drink until 5:30 in the morning and then come to boot camp at 6:30. So everything that you do must take you a step towards achieving your goal. Boot camp in Lindsay begins. We had to push it back, but this is what I started with. The first session at 5:30 a.m., 5 clients. The night program had 2 clients. So that was 7 people that I started my boot camps with. Nothing glorious. It gave me a little bit of money. But I owed the Boys and Girls Club money, so really it was just $750. I was doing 1.5-hour sessions. I was spending a lot of time running boot camps and marketing boot camps. But it was started. We were there. Now I'll tell you about the boot camp. The program is a 4-week course. It's not a program where you can just join whenever you decide you want to come out and get fit. And that may not be the best thing to run a fitness boot camp, but it works for us. There is a definitive start date, and there is an end date or a graduation date. The first week is all about introduction of skills and technique. Week number 2 is development of the team, and you can see there the whole first video and playing back to the military, the teamwork, the esprit de corps, the camaraderie. It was developing that team, so having people work together towards a common fitness goal, as opposed to everybody has to do 20 push-ups. If I have a group of 10, I can say our team goal is 200 push-ups. Now, in that case there, if you can't do 20, it doesn't matter. If you can do more than 20, great, but you work as a team and you count up. And when you get to 20, you move on to the next challenge, so on and so forth. It puts people of different fitness levels together working towards a common bond or a common goal. Week 3 is all about competition of teams, so it develops that little bit of a military edge to it, so they're competing, trying to get faster, get more reps, get more done in the amount of time. And then week 4 is all mission week, where we show up with basically the operations for the day. You know, there's this bad fat force called the LPAF, Lazy People Against Fitness, and they've overtaken this park, and we're going to go there and we're going to do push-ups to knock them down, and then we're going to the next park because there's a tank there and we got to do 1,000 squats, and then we're going to run over here with our minesweepers, which are just tires on a rope, and we've got the artillery, which is a big long pole that we carry around. So it's fun, it's engaging, and they lose sight of the fact that they're exercising. They're involved in this game. And I'll show you some pictures of the people that we train. The cool thing about this is that it gives them something that they accomplish. And those who have done something like Tough Mudder or Warrior Dash or whatnot, how hard you work and you get electrocuted and all that for a free beer and an orange headband, right? So this 4 weeks, you go through a lot, but you graduate and you accomplish, and we give them certificates, and I'll show you those. We use a program of accountability, just like in the military, a roll call. We go through the list of names. It's not sign up for our program and never show up and never get results, because that's bad marketing for us. It's show up and be there and get the results that you're paying for. So we call people's names out, and if you're not there, we've called your name out. Well, guess what? We're doing the Get Well burpees we talked about last year, or the Get Well push-ups or whatnot. So 3 people don't show up, 10 repetitions per person. So we start our day with 30 push-ups for these 3 guys that didn't show up. Now, if you're in a small town like Lindsay, that's not good, because they know where you work, they know where you live, they will go find you, and they will bring you back to boot camp because they're not doing any more Get Well push-ups for you the next day. It develops the team, the platoon, if you want to call it a tribe. You graduate that course as a class of 0313. There's a bond that happens there. And it's not just a fitness program that you can up and leave because you don't feel like being involved anymore. You've got a family there, and it's very unlikely that you're going to walk out on your family. And we have people that do that. When they don't come out for a couple weeks, they miss people, and they come back for that. We use the concept of buddy day, or the idea of buddy day, where you get to bring friends out to try the fitness program, and a lot of other programs use that as well. Recognition, grad certificates, and awards. Basic training. When you complete your first 4-week course, you get this. It's cardstock. It costs a couple cents. It has a value that you just can't match. These people will take this home and they'll put it on their fridge. There goes all the kids' paintings and pictures, and this goes on the fridge. Or it goes to work, or it goes on the mantle. It goes somewhere because it identifies that they've just completed 4 weeks of a really badass fitness program, and they love that. Top Candidate Award. We pull up somebody who's not necessarily the fittest person, but somebody who fits the ethos and the values of our fitness program, and we identify them, a leader within the group. It's something they strive to achieve every single month. Most Improved Award. Somebody who's just developed on their skills. These are small things that you can use to add value to your fitness program. It doesn't cost much, but it makes people feel absolutely incredible at the end of the course to call them up and give them something. This is our Iron Opter Award, someone who's completed 12 straight continuous months. Now remember, I'm up in Canada. That means my summers are 35 and hot. That means in the spring and in the fall, it's rainy and it's wet. That means in the summer or in the winter time, it's minus 20 and minus 30 and there's 3 feet of snow. And we know that most people commit to a fitness program for approximately 3 months before getting tired and leaving and going somewhere else. So if you can do 12 months straight, outdoors in Canada, you're pretty hardcore. Hua? I'd say so. We give them this. How cool is that? It's not a little silly bowling trophy. It's a nice big wooden plaque that they get to take home, and it makes them even more badass. It costs $20, but this person is on top of the world because they just got this. Actions I took to grow. Yes, get results, but offer amazing value. Make yours the program that people want to go to because of what you offer and who you are. Results are easy. We can do that. We're fitness pros. Or at least I hope you can do that, and I'm pretty sure you can. But offer so much more. It's more than fitness. It's an experience. If it was just fitness, nobody would get up at 5:30 in the morning at minus 30 in the winter to go out in the snow and get wet and cold and roll around in the snow and the mud. Nobody would do that. So why is it consistently in February I have 30 to 50 people doing that, getting up? Because it's the value. It's their friends that are there. It's the experience. And I don't mean to knock any other fitness program by doing this, but how many people come out of a yoga class and go, man, that was badass and crazy, and they blog about it and Facebook on it? Unless it was, and if it was, that's totally cool. But it's something, and if you check and if you see the fans on our page there, they are just beside themselves at what they've accomplished. Their friends think they're crazy, that's cool, but it gives them something that a lot of people would not even try, let alone be able to finish or accomplish. So they get bragging rights. Remember that orange headband thing? I do this outdoor fitness boot camp. I'm pretty tough. We create raving fans. They talk about it consistently because it's something different. It's beyond fitness. It's amazing value. So you got to figure out what makes you unique. There's so many options out there. What is it that you offer differently? We are the outdoor authentic military fitness boot camp program. That makes us unique. If you want to do that, great. If you don't, there's other fitness programs for you. Maybe your kettlebells, maybe your TRX. Have something different that you do. And how much value can you stack and offer? I'll talk about different value things in a second, but just those certificates, right? Those people that go home and take the picture and say, I'm an Iron Opter now. And then 50 of their friends congratulate and comment on their Facebook page and say, you're badass. Pretty cool. Boot camps 2, 3, and 4, we continue to grow, just using PT Power stuff, providing value. It was word of mouth, basically. It was the experience. People knew who we were. We're outdoors, we're running around. They see what we do, dragging tires, carrying sandbags, and then the raving fans on their Facebook pages and telling everybody, that circle of influence that they have, explaining what this boot camp is and why it's different. And they're like, oh, you do boot camp? Yeah, but no, it's not just boot camp. It's so much more. It's incredible. The people they show up for every single day. They're there for the fitness, yes. They're there for their friends, their team who count on them. They're there because they don't want people doing burpees on their behalf and chasing them down at the library or wherever they are, giving them the dirty eye. The first investment in behavioral stuff was Fit Pro newsletter. This is where it all started for me because it was another value source for me. I didn't even have to write this stuff. I'm not a blogger. I shouldn't say I'm not a blogger. I have never blogged. I could be a blogger, but I have never blogged. So until I try it, I'll let you know at that point. But this is done for you. It's something that goes out on a weekly basis. It provides content and value. It's got fitness tips. It's got nutrition tips. It's got stories about your boot camp. And it allowed me to continuously be front of mind. So if people weren't ready for my fitness boot camp program at the time, eventually they would be. I was always in the back of their mind as the guy who could help them get fit, providing my type of fitness if they decided they wanted to do it. What about chiropractic? Well, my wife's a chiropractor as well. Business was slow. She was new to the city. I figured it would be slow for me too as well. And I really started to believe in what PT Power was showing me, that I could leverage my time, I could help more people by running this fitness boot camp. So I put chiropractic on hold and I continued this path of fitness. Fast forward to 2011, I started January. Now I've got 34 clients, 3 feet of snow, minus 10 to 20 degree temperatures. And we figured out last year Minus 20 Celsius is like, what, minus 4,000 Fahrenheit or something? It's cold. February, the worst month in Canada, snowstorms every day, every single day. Temperatures dropped to minus 30 or colder. We grew. We continued to grow. Why? I tell you, I'm a fitness trainer just like you, man. I can get great results. I don't have any magic sauce on my fitness. It's the experience that sells this fitness program. I guarantee you that. And you need to find out what your experience of your camp is. Every time someone walks into your studio, what they feel. And you have to be able to present that to them. I got 52 members. I'm growing in February. Insane. It's PT Power, yes. I'm learning stuff. I'm learning how to market and present. But at the same time, I'm offering a program that's very different and unique. And I'm adding everything that I learn every day. I continue to learn. 52 members. We'll keep growing. Yes. Yes. Nobody got time for snow. There's one of the groups. Like, look at the insanity. I wish you could look up close. They're outdoors. It's snowing. It's crazy. That's in a parking lot. The snow in behind me is like 6 feet tall. It's up, sandbags, and they're having a blast. They're having fun. It's fitness, yes, but the experience, so much more. Yeah! We're growing. Lesson 4. Results, yes, plus service. Be the best in service. Bedros talked about it. Answer the calls, answer the emails. Be the best at what you do. Value, stack it high. Whether it's additional nutrition programs, it's consults, it's results tracking. You have outings, you have grocery store tours, anything that you can offer in and above fitness, that experience. The experience is there, more than just fitness. We talked about Tough Mudder is more than just a run through the park. You get electrocuted. Okay, that's cool. It's an experience. People will do it because of that. Team and family, you got to find a way to build that team and family within your group, that tribe experience. Equals a kick-ass boot camp that will risk frostbite, hypothermia just to get fit. I'm going to show you someone right now. This is Kim Godwin. 50-plus, mother, grandmother, cancer survivor. Her eyelashes are frozen. Her hair is frozen. She did something that everybody told her she couldn't do. You can't do that. That's not for you. No way. She did it. She's on 3 years straight continuous right now. How is that even possible? Is she there for fitness? She's there for a lot more than fitness, I guarantee you that. She's there for the experience. She's there for her team, for her friend. To be able to go home at the end of the day and her friend go, hey, I had a great workout this morning. Oh, yeah, tell me about it. Well, it was inside this nice gym, and it was fancy. We had dumbbells, and there was music. She goes, I was outside. I'm pretty badass. Conversation is over. Kim wins, right? Kim wins, totally. And this is the tribe that we've now created, and it's really, really cool because of that. Sounds pretty great? Well, not really. See, now I'm running 25 sessions a week, 35 hours of boot camps. I'm doing 90-minute sessions. That's the model that I was using. That changes, and I'll tell you about it. Plus 35 hours of admin, marketing, sales. I was a one-man show. I was burning out. I wanted to do everything on my own. Some of you may be like that. I would rather do it on my own and do it right than have someone else do it wrong. I have to redo it and do it right anyway. That was my old mindset. That's since changed. 4:30 to 11:30 most days, long days. Maybe some of you in here are doing that right now, long days, losing interest and passion for fitness. I stopped training. I stopped eating. I would go full days. I just wouldn't eat because I was trying to get this fitness thing to figure it out. I was working way too much. I had no time for my wife and no time for my daughter. And that's a shitty thing, I'll tell you. There's the final straw. Started to miss out on the things and people that mattered most. For those of you that have kids, you'll know what I'm talking about. Reliving my childhood of absent parents, turned into fighting parents, turned into divorcing parents. My parents divorced when I was 7. It was shit. Any of you have parents who divorced? There's reasons people divorce. That's totally cool. I'm not up here to preach marriage or anything else like that and why people should stay together. But for me personally, it sucked. I did not like it. And I vowed when I was 7 years old I would never do that to my family. I would find a way, hell or high water, to make things work. It was getting close to it because I didn't have time for my wife. I was fighting with her. I didn't have time for my kid. I was missing my daughter growing up. She was 3 years old. It was shit. Time for action. Hey, how cool is that? I pulled that up. See at the bottom, Fitness Business Summit 2011. That is my order. I tracked it down the other day. That's when things changed. That's when things hopefully will change for you. I sat over there right in the corner with my wife. We sat there and we took notes. Yeah! There's the guy. Nobody remembers that guy? How cool is he? I took pages and pages and pages of notes. I learned so much. Incredible lineup. Shauna and Kara and Cable and Josh and just everybody was up here, and these were my heroes. You know, I learned from these people. Seven-Figure Mastermind was talked about. What is that? It's an opportunity. It might be presented to you this weekend. Not for me. I counted myself out, and this is my mental funk, okay? For some reason, I didn't believe that I could hang with these people, the best in the fitness business. You know, it wasn't for me. I would just sit on the side. I would learn slowly for a year, but I counted myself out because I didn't believe in myself. something happened. Bedros came up here and he started calling out names. He called out my name. I said, holy shit, what have I done? Standing up here and he introduced, he says, this is the new Mastermind group. Check that out. My wife signed me up when I was out of the room because she believed in me. Yes. I knew that was the effect. Okay, there's nothing that's going to get you out of the mental funk more than understanding that people believe in you, people count on you, that you need to believe in yourself, that you can do it. And it's not just the positivity of, I'm a nice person, it's a deep down rooted belief. And if you have to change the belief, you have to change it. And obviously, I had to change it. I had to do something to convince myself that I was worthy. I had to stop being selfish and think that I could only help such a small amount of people in a small amount of time, that I had to get bigger because I had this opportunity and I had this skill to be able to help people. And that is ultimately my goal. Maxwell Maltz, psychocybernetics, get that, totally. That's the thing that changes you. I listen to it continuously, put it on your iPod, put it anywhere. He talks about your beliefs with money, your beliefs with success, your beliefs in who you are, and how to change them. It's a step-by-step procedure, and it works. I guarantee it works. And I'm proof of it works because I've changed my mindset over and over and over, and I've built up my belief. That's my team, right? That's my wife and my daughter there. How cool is that? That was a year ago. So the new game plan now is to dominate. I'm direct access to all these gurus. I can link up and send a text to Shauna if I need to, or Cable sometimes, and Josh, and I was accountable to these people. There's nothing worse than showing up at a mastermind meeting, and they're like, hey, what have you done since last meeting? I'm like, oh, nothing, I haven't done anything. You feel bad. So it drives you, right? You believe in yourself, your family believes in you, but you got a team too, so it raises you up to another level. If you're not part of a mastermind, set one up. Either consider this mastermind or set one up with peers in your community. Hold each other accountable to continue to grow and to continue to get better. Change your mindset. Self-value is everything. Be positive. Destroy the mental funk. Think about the mastermind, and don't forget your family first and foremost, because it doesn't matter. Fitness business comes and goes, but your family is always going to be there. At least they always should be. So put them first. Give them the time they deserve. Came home from Fitness Business Summit, and I started implementing everything. And that's what I really, really hope you do. You're going to get so much information from all of these presentations. Don't go home, just as Josh and Bedros were saying, and just leave it in the book and forget about it and go back to everyday life. Do something every single day. Don't get overwhelmed and say, I got 1,000 things to do. What am I going to do? Pick 5 of them, the 5 most game-changing things that you can do, and start to do them. Hell or high water, do them and get them done. And you will see things will change. Speed of implementation, because the doubt system is going to kick in, depending on your beliefs, and it's going to start to give you every reason as to why you should not do these things. So you have to. My first thing was EFT, automatic billing, virtual merchant. I wasn't chasing people for money anymore. No more bill collecting, no more money collecting and checks. It was all done automatically, and it gave legs to my business, and it helped me continue to grow. It was one of the first things that I did, and I learned from my first Fitness Business Summit. Building my team, I knew that I need more trainers, so I used the YouTube interview. Basically, Craigslist and Kijiji, I just went on there and I said, I'm looking for a trainer. This is my fitness business. What I want you to do, don't just send a resume, but do a 3-minute YouTube video, upload it to YouTube, make it secret so no one can see it, send me the link. I don't have time to sit in coffee shops all day long and interview people who, their resume, they're a crack trainer, right? They're like the best of the best, and I sit next to them and they're like, I like fitness. It's pretty good. Horrible, man. I don't have time to do that. So send me your videos. And the first video that I got came from this girl. Her name was Nicole. I checked the resume. Good to go. Video comes on. It's like, AC/DC kicks in. Ninja kick across the screen. She's flying in, right? You're hired. It was that simple. It was the energy. I just called her up and said, you're good to go. So that was an easy way to do interviews and to really draw people out of the community. Hired an assistant from within the program. She now does everything that I can't do. You heard of Bedros' 95 and 5. You can't do everything in your business, so things that you don't like to do, you need to outsource and do. And I'm going to show you about systems in just a minute, and how you can use those systems to help someone do the things that you shouldn't be doing, really, for your business. 2011 continues. Now my boot camps are growing. Revenue is growing. Chaos is present because I'm still running on a minute-by-minute management style. Things pop into my head, and I want to do them. Very chaotic. Systems, and that was the Gray Twins. Are they here this weekend? They're not here? The Gray Twins have the system solution. They talked to me about the E-Myth by Michael Gerber. If you haven't read that book, it's basically what an entrepreneur is, and a lot of people believe they're entrepreneurs because they have a business. They're not. They've just created their own job. An entrepreneur creates jobs for other people. He creates systems and uses systems. So you don't necessarily need the best of the best employees and managers and staff and whatnot. You just need good systems, and you need to hire the people to run those systems. step-by-step procedure. If I'm tired of tying my shoes, and I want people to tie my shoes, I could say, come tie my shoes. And they could do it, and it would be totally wrong, and I would be upset about it and let down. But if I wrote a manual, or I did a video, and I said, this is how I like my shoes tied, step by step, do the bunny ears, do this, do that, do that. All they would have to do is follow that, and they could accomplish the same shoe tying system that I enjoy. Agreed? Yeah, real simple. So you write up systems. I did it for everything. Calls, emails, sales, Facebook, client experience, using them. My way is I use a program called Camtasia. My administrative person does a lot of stuff on the computer. Instead of me sitting there and showing her day by day, I just do it once. I use the Camtasia program. I say, this is how we enter people into our client management system. This is how we send the emails out. This is the procedure of adding them to the results program and whatnot. And it's got my voiceover, and it's a screen capture. And I watch it once, and it makes sense. I put it in Dropbox. I send her an email. I say, this is a new system, and we're going to do this on these days at these times. Please acknowledge receipt of this email. And she watches the video, and she sees how to do it, and she knows how to do it, and I never do that task again. Doesn't that sound awesome? Yeah. Create a video and get someone else to do the stuff that you don't enjoy doing. Otherwise, you're going to hate your business. You gotta get people to do that stuff so you can go back to doing what you love. Never do that again. Lesson 6, be fast, delegate, eliminate, rely on systems, and hire people to run those systems. That's all McDonald's is. It's a series of systems that gets teenagers to flip burgers and makes billions of dollars a year. They don't hire, what's that high-end chef dude's name? Crazy chef. Ramsay, yeah. Could you imagine that? If McDonald's had to hire him to do burgers? It would cost way too much. But they just do a simple process, and they get kids to do it, to flip burgers. There's a system in place. An important thing now is building your list. We talked about FitPro before. Some people use contact, eye contact, but be cool to the readers. Give them that great content that they need, that the reason they keep subscribing to you or reading your emails. FitPro is awesome because it's done for you, and it continues to get better. Things that you can implement into Facebook, which I'm going to show you when I get on to how I built my FitBody location. But FitPro plus Facebook is definitely the awesome sauce. And people are now testing that in our Mastermind group and how we can get more and more clients and more leads. Have the autoresponder set up because you can't respond to every single email. If you're not too sure what an autoresponder is, it's just a sequence of emails that go out automatically. So somebody joins your boot camp, they start to go through a series of, hi, welcome to the boot camp. 3 days later, hi, how was that workout? You don't want to be sending those emails out on a day-to-day basis because you'll drive yourself nuts and you'll drive your admin nuts. Put it on the autoresponder, which is part of FitPro. More leads. I love lead boxes. I've heard people knock lead boxes and say they don't work. I think they work awesome. I keep mine in Pita Pit, Pita Pantry, Pita World. Something about pitas makes people want to get fit and put in a ballot. I get like 20 new leads a week consistently from pita places. Tanning salons are cool, hair salons are good, fitness stores are good. But if you got a pita shop in your town, put a lead box in it. Even if you don't have a nice lead box, draw on a box and just say boot camp, free boot camp, something like that, offer free month. These are the ones that I use. We just got developed. This is for my outdoor camp. It's just free month of fitness. Awesome people, and you've got the happy faces on there, and it's that simple, and you put a ballot in. And there's a billion companies that do lead boxes, and fortunately I don't have the name of one off the top of my head. There's the one that we just put together for our FitBody location, just happy people doing happy fitness stuff, and you can win a free month of fitness. And if you're not too sure, here's a couple bullet points about the program in and of itself. These are all online, so if you can check them out later if you really want to, or I can send them to you. More clients, higher rates, still more clients. So when you offer the value, when you offer more value than your competition, you can start to charge better rates. People are going to come to you because they're getting a better deal for it. And you can still continue to grow your business because you're attracting more and more clients, consistently more clients. So you raise your rates, you get more clients. You raise your rates, you get more clients. And we did this. We raised our rates, and people jumped on board. You send out the email that says, hey, we're raising our rates on this date, but you can get into this price right now if you join. And they'll get on board. So the more value that you can offer, the more that you can charge for your business. And I looked up a quote, and I've just forgot it now, but Adam was there with me. It was, we got it at the last Mastermind meeting. The amount that people are willing to pay to you is in direct relation to the value that you provide. Does that sound about right? Right? If you can offer a lot of value, they're going to pay you a lot more. That's why Jaguars and Ferraris cost a lot more money than Volkswagen Beetle, because the value is the sex appeal, the speed of the vehicle, everything else that's there. It's more value. Results, guarantees, nutritional support, tracking, availability sessions, trainers, the program, group events, anything that you can offer for more value. Lesson 7 is basically all here. Create a list, treat them well, get them to know, like, and trust you. So even if they don't want to do fitness now, when they decide they want to do fitness, you're top of mind because you've been sending them this content. They'll join you, demonstrate the value, stack the value, to the point where they're like, wow, this would cost like $800. And you say, guess what? It's only $197. And then they're gonna join. Make it easy for them. Use that closed client system. If you don't have it already, it's an easy way to help people get to that yes. 2012, time for change. Went to fitness business in summer 12. Won a Land Rover. Pretty cool, eh? Awesome. Hey, there's a picture of it. How cool is that? Now, this goes back to wrapping it. This wasn't just my vehicle. I couldn't just leave it blank because it wasn't me who won the Land Rover. It was my boot camp. It was the people who train in minus 30 and get cold and roll in the mud and everything else like that. This was us. And when this drives down the street now, people know. They're like, man, I saw that vehicle. That's your boot camp vehicle, right? And people are so excited about this. And they take pictures of it. And maybe I'll start lending it out on weekends. People could drive it around. I don't know. But it's really cool. And in a small town, people know who our boot camp is because of that vehicle. And it was them who won the vehicle. Mastermind meetings, more success. Our boot camps grow. Last summer, 150 plus members. Bigger goals and moving on. So a big change happened last year. I had to part from my old boot camp because my goal was to continue to provide fitness and opportunities for reaching fitness and fat loss goals to my community and beyond, and I couldn't do that in the system that I was in, so I parted from the old boot camp. At this point, I incorporated Francis Fitness Systems. I joined Fit Body Boot Camp in August, and I transitioned the old boot camp to now what's known as Fit Core Boot Camp in October, currently at 93 members between two cities right now in the wintertime. So our numbers do dip in the winter. It's cold out, and that's cool. The only people that want to be out there are going to be out there. Oh, I thought you had a question. Bader's got his hand up in the back. I'll tell you about it. There's our group. They all look like ninjas. And in the morning, when it's dark out, they all wear little red lights on top of their head. And we run around. And they play the game. They've shown up before with full-out camouflage on. They're there to play a game, to get fit, and they have a blast doing it. It's the experience and the value. So now it's Fit Body Boot Camp time. In August, I bought into it. I don't know which one of these is going to come with a super picture, but anywhere. Oh, it's after this. Quartz Lakes Fit Body Boot Camp, 6 days after opening, I had 100 members. I set the record, if you got that email. My team set the record. My team being Fit Body Boot Camp headquarters, Fernando, myself, everything that we implemented it, and people that are new to Fit Body Boot Camp are getting an opportunity to use the systems that I use to build. But 6 days after opening, having 100 members, having a six-figure business, how incredible is that? Pretty incredible, I'd say. 6 months, 6 weeks, 6 days, 6 figures. Hoorah, eh? That's a good one. Here's how we did it. I got this weird email, and it was like, you've got to do an interview process with Bedros, and it's how we're going to determine if you should be given a Fit Body location, and just bring a hat, okay? Where's my picture? Dude, Austin. All that build up. Anyway, so there was this interview, and it was me and Bedros, and I had this hat on, and we talked about what I could do for Fit Body, and what was required. We're not going to get the picture. Give you five more seconds. No? How are we doing so far? Am I giving you something that's going to work? Hey, there's the interview. It was a moment that changed my life. I had to pixel out the different areas because it's a family event. That was the interview. And that was the start. Yes. I'm getting that on a t-shirt, by the way. It's coming soon. So this is the process. Hey, look at that, eh? It's ladies' underwear. That's what happens when you join the Bedros team, I tell you. Signed on with Fit Body Boot Camp. I watched the DVDs. Fit Body Boot Camp is a done-for-you process of success. I can't emphasize that even more. The DVDs were there, the owner's website. It is done for you. If you're someone considering or thinking about a new boot camp and you're not too sure, man, it worked. It's done for you. They helped me find a location, negotiating and signing a lease. I'm not a legal dude, but they have legal people on board, and they helped me out every single step of the way to launch. I signed the lease in October on my place. Next up, Facebook became involved. This was the fastest, cheapest way that I could spread the word about my location. So on October 3rd, 2012, I created that fan page. And if you go to facebook.com/Kawartha Lakes Fit Body, KAWARTHA Lakes, LAKES, Fit Body, you can see our page. And you can scroll down to the bottom of the page, and you can see the evolution and the growth and the things that I did. And I'll show you some of those ads. You probably can't read this, but it was just hey, we are coming to your city. We're a team of fitness and fat loss experts that are going to change the way that you've ever thought about fitness. Get your skinny jeans out because we're starting it up. In December or January, we are coming. And it was just sort of we're on the map and we're happening. And that was just the first post to let people know that we were coming. Pictures are huge. Upload pictures of the space, daily progress, the build-out, create excitement and anticipation. People want to know how it's developing and how you're progressing towards the opening of this, super boot camp that you just told them about in the last post. So here's some pictures, just an open space. At that point there, just an update. The lease was signed, working on architect, working on the website. Keep people in the know so they can follow the journey with you. They become part of the family and the story, and it helps them decide they're going to join. Hey team, we need 12 more likes so we can set up our own custom name for a Facebook page. Can you help me out? And they started helping out. And they'll do that for you because it's the community and they want to be involved. And they share with everybody. Pictures of kids doing stuff is awesome because everybody likes pictures of kids doing stuff. So there's my daughter painting on the wall. Got tons of likes. Totally killed my walls, but that's cool. She's painting some more. There's the location coming along, and people are following along. It's like a book that you're just going to get into, and this is all like the preface of the book, and then it's going to, boom, it's there, it's on. People get excited. That's her hand that I kept. That got like lots of likes and lots of shares and lots of tears, and everybody was like so excited. And it's there, and it's protected, and it's got our name next to it. How cool, right? How cool is that? Still building out. People like the pictures. Continued progress of the boot camp. And then we start opening up, and we're jammed, and we got tons of people getting super awesome. So the ads that I use to build awareness, 3 ads. Josh is going to totally go into these and tell you how to do them and set them up. But I use promoted post, sponsored stories, and page post ads to build awareness and build this tribe. Here's a quick understanding of what each of them is. So promoted posts help you to reach people who like your page and their friends, and they appear right in the center of the news feed there. So when you write a post, you can click promote for $6, $5. The more you spend, the more people that you're going to reach, but it just helps you to reach more of the people who already liked your page and interact with it, and their friends. So that's really, really cool because there's a social factor. Sponsored stories are more like an ad, but it's an action that's already been taken that you want more of. So this is where it's like, Jeff likes peanut butter, like on the right side there, where it's like, Jeff likes peanut butter, and it shows a can of peanut butter, hoping that you will like peanut butter too, because you like Jeff, and Jeff likes peanut butter. And it's trying to get you to do the exact same thing. It's a sponsored story, get them to take the same action. And a page post ad is then we can reach out to non-fans. But this is cool because you can take the info that you're posting, create an ad for it, and target it to your city. And we'll show you how to do that, and Josh is going to show you that as well. So the website and the first Facebook ad, October 31st, there was a link to the website because we just got our website put up with a fat-burning report, so you can go there, put your email in, go into my FitPro newsletter, get that fat-burning report. I used a page post ad, and sponsored ad to promote that, and the link went to our Facebook page with the opt-in added to FitPro for later contact. And that's all it looked like. There was no super magic to it, and this ran over a period of 3 months. It's got a whole bunch of likes and shares and comments, and that's all you could see. Now, the reason it looks like this is because I used the ad. I didn't put a picture here, I just used the website itself. And when you just use a website, it brings up images from that website, and you have to pick one of those that's going to sort of be represented on the small corner off to the side on the ads area there. Well, this is me learning how Facebook really works, so that's the picture that I chose. Now, interruption marketing, which you're going to learn from Josh, this wouldn't stop you, right? As it floats down the side of the page, you're going to see this banner thing and probably pass it by because it doesn't mean much to you. But it ran continuously, and it helped us. Putting the name Lindsay Indoor Fitness Bootcamp on there helped out for our community as well. That's what it would look like on the side of the page. Really, really small. You can't even see that. The metrics you want to monitor, just so you know what we're looking at here, is the click-through rate, and it's the number of clicks received divided by the number of times your ad was shown. So if you have to show your ad 10 times to someone to get them to click it once, then that's what we're looking at. How fast can you get that click? And you're looking for something at a 0.1% as sort of your baseline. You want to go 0.1 plus, 0.1% or above. So here's the response of that ad. If you can see just some of the metrics on it, it was shown over 1 million times over that 3-month period. And this was targeted in, remember, ad and sponsored or something that we do to our community. And I'll show you those metrics. It was, I think it was 18 to 55-year-old females in Lindsay, Ontario, within 25 miles of the area. Lindsay or plus 25. So our click-through rate was high enough. Our click-through rate for the sponsored stories, and those are showing friends of friends, so Jim likes our boot camp, you should like our boot camp too, was a lot higher, as we expected. And our page likes, we were basically buying page likes. $3.44 per page like. The cool thing about that is that when you like my page, my next sponsored story goes to you and it goes to your friends. And because I know each person on Facebook has so many friends, my reach is now growing. See how that works? So I'm buying likes, and likes don't really mean nothing potentially, but in future marketing, they can get out there and they can get you and they can get your friends involved. The buzz about the pre-opening sale, this is where we get down to the 6 weeks and we're really getting excited about things. So we've been growing, we're 6 weeks out now. December 7th, we let them know we're going to do a pre-opening sale, and Fernando in the FitBody headquarter team totally helped me out with this. We said the first 25 to take action are going to get in on this extremely low rate. We're not even open yet until January, but there's a pre-open sale because I needed some money basically to start getting this boot camp paid for. I had contractors building it, and I had to start paying them. So we said a pre-open sale, why not? Again, it looked like this. There was a lot of text there. I just used a website. I didn't discover images as of yet, but I used the website. And that's the image that I chose. It's the video that shows up. We've got support. We're going to do this pre-opening sale. So if you go to this page, which was back to our website, KawarthaLakesFitBody.com, put your name in there, get the free fat loss report. We're going to send you an email when the pre-opening sale goes live. You can get in on it, be one of the first 25 people. So there was a bit of scarcity. There's what it looks like again. The 48 people who've given us your emails, we're going to send it to you first. You can get in on the pre-opening sale. And then we're going to put it on our Facebook page, and then we're going to promote it. So you're going to want to take fast action on this. The pre-opening page looked like this. A small change on it. It said 60% off for the pre-opening sale, but it was just a basic page with that FitBody video for those of you who know it. And it goes down, and it's got all our times. It's got the cool little chart there as to what we offer and what they don't. And put your info in if you want some more information on this pre-opening sale. Goes to Fit Pro. The second page, when they do that, congratulations, you're a click away from getting involved in FitBody Bootcamp. Make your choice. Do you want to do 3 months at $147 a month, or do you want 12 months at $97 a month? Very low barrier, 60% off. We were offering $97 a month for 12 months. How great is that? Most people can. Most people realize we have a 30-day money-back guarantee as well, so if they don't like it, they just shut it down. They don't have to continue. If they did the 12 months, they were given this option. Hey, you just signed up for the 12 months, you did your first payment. Do you want to make the next 11 payments right now and get an additional 3 months free? I know it says 6, that's our current deal, at different prices though, but it was 3 more months. So do you want all of these? We only had one person take us up on that offer, give us all that money, which was different, learning process. Maybe we have to change the copy next time. And the last page, congratulations, download all of this great stuff here, your free fat loss reports and your jumpstart reports and whatnot, and this was all FitBody that set this up for me and Fernando. The pre-open sale ad comparison. So this is where I'm starting to understand the web link versus the post with the image and the web link. This is the web link. Get a lean, tone, hot body. During our pre-opening sale, 60%. Here's the address. Here's the web link. Choose from one of these images on the website that's going to show up on the side. So I picked the chart, and that was it. That's what it would look like on the side of the page. Here's the responses, a 0.173 click-through rate. Minimal stuff. There's no excitement there. This is where I learned something where I could take, and instead of at a post just putting information in a website, I could put a picture. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Same copy, but a different picture. I just threw her up there. And all I did was I searched on Google Images for FitBody Bootcamp, and she popped up. If she's in the crowd, thank you. But everything changed. Everything changed. That's what it looks like on the side. You can see the image is just a little bit better now. So as you're scrolling down, you see this attractive lady doing a crunch with something coming out of her backside. And maybe that's why she got a lot of clicks. But the interaction was so much higher. A 0.327 click-through rate. Tripled just because of this image. So using images is very, very important. You can see the promoted or the sponsored stories click-through was higher as well, and we continue to get page likes. The results, you can see it all there. The likes, the comments, shares, clicks, actions, click-through rate, and page likes, just by going from a simple website, which I was still using the website, but I was focusing on the image now. The image, the copy, then the website. So find a great image that's going to get people and then test them. There's the winner, Crunchy Girl. Let's try a promoted post now. This is just the FitBody Bootcamp t-shirt image. That's all I did, but I used it as a promoted post. And remember, a promoted post is to get your friends, get friends of, or fans of your page, get their friends to get on board as well. And it goes specific to them. For some reason, the click-through rate is like incredible on these. It was a 5.251, and it's a social proof reason. Jim likes peanut butter. I like Jim. I like peanut butter. That's all there is to it. Because I know Jim, and Jim likes peanut butter. The cool thing with these promoted posts, for whatever reason, when you create an ad through Facebook, and maybe Josh will explain this as he gets to his point, but Facebook gets a chance to look at your ad and say, yes or no, this doesn't fit our guidelines, we're not putting it up. Too bad, we're not doing it. When you do it as a post, though, when you put an image up and you put up copy in a website, it goes live almost within the next 30 minutes to an hour. So I ran a bunch of ads, and you can see that third arrow there with the X. That ran for a period of time before Facebook came back and shut it down. So I've had ads that have gone on for 3 days that don't get picked up as quickly, and I don't know if it's because they're checking promoted posts as much as regular ads or what the deal is, but it's sort of a backdoor way to get your post up and use pictures that might not be congruent with what their guidelines are. And really, I don't know what the issue with that image was. The week prior to opening, this is when I selected my trainers. I had contacted my trainers back in October. I sent out the Kijiji and the Craigslist ads, and I said, hey, we're doing this boot camp. Send me your images, or your images, your videos and your resumes, and I selected them all. I stayed in touch and said, we're going to be opening in January. I'll reach out to you just before we open. So at this point here is when I got to bring them in during that week before. I ran boot camp sessions, they ran boot camp sessions, we did the interviews, I started selecting them and brought them on board. I was not going to be a trainer at my Fit Body Bootcamp location. I decided that from day one. I was not going to create another job for myself because I had a job, right? I was managing these companies and I had an outdoor boot camp, and honestly enough, that's sort of where my attention goes between the two. I like to run around out in the snow for some weird reason. So that's what I did. I wanted trainers that were going to run my business. January 10th, we promoted the weekend trial to get sessions in. So this is the week before we're opening. We sent out this post, just a big image, Fit Body Bootcamp image, again, using these big images. And there's a lot of text there, but it basically says, hey, we're the boot camp. We're starting up soon. If you're still on the fence, if this picture gets 25 likes by Friday, we're going to run free sessions on Saturday and Sunday, 30-minute sessions. All it costs you is a canned good. So a lot of people who weren't even convinced yet they were going to join, this was their chance. And they shared the snot out of it. There's a lot more of the copy that was on it. As I said, if you go to facebook.com/Kawartha Lakes Fit Body, you can follow this story.
And that was through just a promoted post?
This was, I think it's,
Yep.
yep.
Does it matter if it's promoted or sponsored? Do you feel like it gets a better?
I think the promoted is better because it's getting fans and their friends, so it's a more targeted ad versus just the wide open ad of anybody in the community. So it got them helping. People who were already signed up liked it right away, and then the next time the ad was shown, it was shown to their friends who could then like it. And they were getting this out there because all these people wanted free sessions and wanted to try it. Yep, promoted post for $5. And the clicks, the actions, the click-through rate, 5.382. Everybody wanted to come check out this boot camp, totally for free for a canned good. So we ran sessions on the Saturday and on the Sunday. Doors open 14 January 2013. 69 clients registered direct through the website. None of them came in, sat down, went through the sales process. These were all right direct through the website. The numbers are there. At what rates they open? It was $70,000 projected for the entire year, and we just opened. Then week one, in the middle of the week, Wednesday 16th, we extended the pre-open sale for one more week. There's another image I used with the website, with the text for it. It was a post ad, a sponsored story, and a promoted ad. So again, I'm still just using Facebook to get the word out and grow the business. So that was the image. That's what it will look like on the side of the page, something very bold and clear. You can see the Fit Body, which people are starting to know in the city because of the amount of ads we put up. This was an ad and sponsored and a promoted, and you can see the difference there. The ad and sponsored, a 0.193, almost a 0.2% click-through rate. So it was working, still using these great images of people, getting more page likes, and the promoted still reaching at a 3.99. So using great images was really helping out, getting people to share this content for you and get out and join the program and check us out. Week one on the Friday, so now we're still in week one, now we're at the Friday, and now it's my goal because my goal was to get to 100 people, and I let Fernando know, and I let Bedros know, and I got on the phone, and we decided this is the way we're going to do it with this Call Me ad. Call Me, and you've probably seen, well, maybe Bedros has used it, 705-464-228, ... urgent. They have to click on it to get the rest of the phone number so they can call you up. Posted to Facebook and emailed, so I sent this out via FitPro to my list, but it was also a Facebook ad, and if you go to callme.kawarthafitness.com, you can see the page. It's basically just a page that says, this is me, this is the boot camp, the guru picture, these are all the value that we offer, all the benefits of the program. Let's get you on board before we shut down this pre-open sale, and you go up to our regular rates, which is like 60% more. So we sent that out. Again, it was just promoted, had a huge click-through rate. We continue to grow. This is just Facebook. This is not me sitting down across the table from anybody trying to convince them why my program is best. This is just Facebook. Go to the website and sign up, and they're doing it. Take-home message was the image plus the copy plus the website. Find a good image and use the image. Don't just use the website because you're going to get stuck with the images on that website. Get an ad, promoted post for more exposure and targeted marketing, and then promote the post to market to fans and friends. Use both approaches because the ads are the ones that are going to help you get people that aren't directly involved in your boot camp or who haven't liked your page. People in your city that are 16 to 59, that are females, that like this, that, and whatever you're promoting to. Use those metrics to find those people. Aim for a click-through rate of 0.1 or higher. There's the final number 6 days after opening. I hit my 100 number mark. At night, on the 6th day, number 99 and 100 stood there in front of me. They had just done the boot camp. They had just tried it out. And I said, well, we've got 2 spots left. It's either going to be you guys at this incredible rate, or it's going to be the next 2 guys. And that's all I had to say. I didn't have to provide anything else to them, and they signed up, and it was done. And I hit 100, did a happy dance, and we're set. $101,000, $397. 1 week into the business. 1 week. Yeah, there was a lot of work I did on my end. For sure, there had to have been. But there's a lot of work that FitBody did for me as well. There's a lot of one-on-one talking with Bedros and with Fernando that made this work and made it happen. So if you're considering, I don't know, man, I'd say go for it. Total Facebook ad investment, that's what I invested over that 6 weeks, $954. Pretty cool. Spend $1,000, make $100,000. That's a good deal. I'll do that any day. All those likes, all those leads, and look at the leads, right? I still have a whole whack of FitPro leads. These are people who thought it was for them. Maybe it wasn't yet, they haven't joined. However, the opportunity is still there because I'm still going to market to them through FitPro and try to convince them that my programs are the way to go. More proof. So we're rolling. We got 100 people. This image goes up, all promoted posts. This image goes up. Both of those got taken down 3 days later for some reason. They were unacceptable, but I already got 3 days of marketing at them, so haha, Facebook, whatever. Too slow. And there's my lady again. 4 sessions at 29. This is just running the regular deal off the website. Go to the website, use the picture. Still working. Still page post ads, sponsoring, getting the likes, promoting, a website that converts. You gotta have a website that makes sense, otherwise they go somewhere and they're not gonna do anything. You want them to click, you want them to buy and get in. Ability to close, use your closed clients. If you need to do that, sit down. We're now at 147 members at the end of week 8. We're continuing to grow. It's absolutely insane, and it's Facebook. It's Facebook, Facebook, Facebook. So make sure you're at Josh's presentation because he's gonna blow open how to do these ads, how to set it up if you're not Facebook savvy. My plan, I'm over the time now. 2013, Grow Fit Core Bootcamp, that's my outdoors to 250 members between locations. This summer, we're going to continue to grow. We always have a spike. They're coming out of hibernation now. Everybody who's been warm and under their blankets all winter long are coming back out. Getting ready for summer. We're going to start the series of franchising and how we can take this and build a model and build the systems and grow it larger and use that military concept bootcamp with accountability and team to help people get active and get fit. My goal for Fit Body Bootcamp, 200 members in the next 8 weeks. To get to 200 members by May, I want to get to 300 by the end of the year. I want to have a second Fit Body Bootcamp. These are my goals going forward, and I'm telling you, so now I'm accountable. Because next year you're going to say, hey, you guy that was up there, where are you at? Did you get it? And if I didn't get it, I'm going to look real silly, right? So I'm going to work and hustle my ass off to do it. I'm setting those goals. I hope you're setting goals. What's your plan? Do you have a plan? Don't forget, there's my charity, the Boys and Girls Club Kids. Boys and Girls BGCKL, Boys and Girls Clubs, Kawartha Lakes. Don't forget the kids. Finally, I'm Sean Francis. Thanks for your time.